Hold on a second. This lesson is going to start a bit different than the others. I'm going to start it with a question. First, take a look at this board. I'm going to highlight and expand this small area. Note that the black pawn has not yet moved, and it is black's turn to move. On its pawn's first move, it can move either one square or two squares. Now let's say black decides to move two squares. Here's my question for you. If black's pawn moves two squares on its first move, passing over a square where white could have taken him had he stopped there, can white actually still take black's pawn on the square he passed over, occupying that square and taking black's pawn off of the board? I'm going to pause the video. Hit resume when you have your answer. Pause. Whenever I meet a new student or class of students, I ask them several questions to get a feel for their level of chess knowledge. That way I can determine quickly where to start with their chess education. This is one of the questions I always ask. The answer to this question is yes. White can capture black's pawn on a square it passed over. This is called en passant and is by far the least known rule of chess. En passant is French for in passing. A pawn that moves two squares on its first move, passing over a square where his opponent's pawn could have captured him, can on that move and only that move be captured on the passed over square. Note that if this occurs, en passant must be done immediately. If you wait even one turn, it is no longer an available option. En passant must be done on the move. Now if you already knew this rule, you're just saying, yeah, I know. If you did not, you may be surprised or even not believe me. I've heard every possible response to this. My response to those who do not believe me is to break out your rule book or look it up online. En passant is an actual rule of chess, and if you are not aware of it, it will surprise you in actual play, or worse yet, present itself and you miss the opportunity to use it. It's not always best to use en passant, but you must be aware of the potential, both as the player making the passing move as well as the player it occurred to.